Your hope for connection, meticulously dismantled and turned into a weapon to be used against you. It begins with the quiet loneliness you feel and a single message that feels different. But in the next 5 minutes, I will show you the invisible pattern that disarms the entire charade, and it takes less time to spot than it does to read their next text. To understand how this unfolds, let's talk about someone you might know. Let's call her Sarah. Sarah is smart and accomplished, but a quiet loneliness has settled in over the last few years. She's not desperate. She's hopeful, and that's the critical difference. That hope is the very thing a predator is about to exploit. Her online dating profile is genuine, mentioning her love for classic literature and quiet hikes. Do you see the problem yet? This isn't a detail. It's ammunition. The scammer isn't choosing asterisk. Sarah asterisk. They are targeting asterisk, a Sarah asterisk, and they find thousands every day. When the first message arrives, it's not generic. It's personal. I saw you like old bookshops. I just spent the afternoon in one, and it made me think of your smile. What's the error in her logic here? Sarah feels seen. She thinks, this person actually read my profile. The truth is, they did, but not to connect with her. They did it to build a mirror. The critical mistake is believing you've found a soulmate when you've actually just found an echo. I call this the perfect echo. A scammer's profile is often a ghost, a hollow shell with no real substance, no unique opinions, no quirky tastes. They become a perfect reflection of everything you've openly shared. The brutal reality is this: your vulnerability, that deep, human need to be truly seen and understood, is being exploited by their method. Mirroring. They absorb your hobbies, your dreams, your past pains, and feed them back to you, creating the illusion of a flawless match. This isn't a person. It's a data mining operation with a romantic filter. Your defense is what I call the asymmetry shield, and it takes less than a minute to activate. Your protection is a simple, 3-part tool. The authenticity test. First, introduce a topic you've never mentioned. Talk about a film you dislike, or a hobby you find boring. A real person will have their own opinion. A mirror will either agree with you enthusiastically or skillfully redirect the conversation back to common ground. Second, ask them a question about their past that requires a specific, unromantic detail. Not about their deepest trauma, but something mundane. What was the name of your first pet? Or what was the worst part-time job you ever had? A scammer working from a script often relies on broad, emotional archetypes. The lonely widower, the overseas soldier may struggle with simple, unpracticed biographical details. Third, observe how they react when you are unavailable. Set a small boundary. Say, I'm having dinner with friends tonight. I'll talk to you later. A healthy connection respects that. A manipulator will often make you feel guilty, framing their control as intense affection. But I was hoping we could talk all night. This isn't romance. It's an attempt at isolation. This intense flood of attention isn't just a tactic. It's a biological assault. The constant praise and future promises trigger a dopamine release in your brain's reward center, creating a sense of euphoria that is highly addictive. The manufactured intimacy can also release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, making you feel a sense of trust and attachment that hasn't been earned. Your brain isn't thinking. It's feeling a chemically induced bond. The perfect partner was a performance. The soulmate was a role. But by understanding the script, the perfect echo, the vulnerability exploit, the subtle isolation, you dismantle the entire performance. You are not to blame for wanting connection. The fault lies entirely with those who weaponize that need. Share this knowledge. By exposing the script, you arm yourself and others against the game. True connection builds you up. It doesn't bomb you.